Hello everyone, it's Jessica from Mrs.Stanford's Class.blogspot.com here today on a recent blogiversary. I decided that I was going to help other bloggers get the ball rolling and start a mini-series to help you out. So today is Blogging 101, the basics. When I started last March, I simply went to blogger.com, which is run by Google. It's free, it's easy. There's a lot of ways that you can customize it to make it your own. I found it a little easier than other options that are out there, and it might just be because I'm a Google girl and a lot of it was already set up for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign into my account, and I'm going to click over New Blog. If you don't already have a blog, obviously yours is going to look just a tad different. Let's just name this Blogging 101. And let's see if Blogging 101 is not available. So what it's going to say is, sorry, this blog address is not available. So then you're just going to have to play around with different ideas. I do have to say, if you're not a blog follower, it'd probably be in your best interest to kind of Google things that you're looking up, because you don't want your name to be similar to anybody else's blog name. I know that's kind of tough when you come down to like making up a name, but especially if you're a Teachers Pay Teachers girl or guy, you don't want to make a name that's similar to anybody else's. One being, people might, if you become pretty popular, people might be coming to the other person's blog and Teachers Pay Teachers page, and you'll be losing business, or vice versa. And you don't want to start off your blogging world as an enemy of somebody else. So let's see. What else could I name it? Teacher Blogging 101. Alright, so we're going to call it Teacher Blogging 101. And then I'm just going to use a plain and simple view for right now. That'll be an update later that I will show you in the mini-series on how to customize one of your templates. And now we're going to create that blog. Alright, now in my list of blogs, we should see it pop up. You know what, let me refresh. There it is. Alright, so now it tells me to start blogging. Anytime you come to blogger.com/home, you're going to see any of your blogs that you have. So what you're going to do to see any of the information that I just want to show you, the blogging basics, you're going to click on your title, and it's going to bring you to your dashboard. Here's where you will see your page views going up and down. When you actually have a blog set up, let me go to mine now. It's going to show you your page views, how many views you have per day, how many views you have. You can do now, you can do per day, per week, per month, or all time. So your dashboard's going to give you a lot of information. Let's go now. It's going to show you what posts are popular right now, this very minute. It's going to show you how many page views today, yesterday, last month. It's going to show you what pages are bringing people to your page. So a lot show from Pinterest, and you can click on these to get a little more detailed information. When it comes to the buttons that are up here, you're going to click here if you want to create a new post. You're going to click here if you want to see your old posts. And of course, you're going to click here if you want to see your actual blog. I'm just going to run through some of these very quickly, because a lot of these are going to be parts of the mini-series that I'm going to go more in depth. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to email me if for some reason the mini-series ends and I don't cover something that you wanted to see. So, plain and simple, if I was on my blog and I wanted to do a new post, I'm going to click here. If I want to go to my dashboard, I'm going to click design and it's going to bring me over to all these other choices. So overview is going to be that dashboard I was talking about. Posts is going to bring you to all of your old posts where you can see, once you title it, it's going to show you that you can edit, preview, or delete it. If for some reason you messed up and you want to get rid of it, you can delete it. Over here, you're going to see who posted it. Maybe you have more than one author on your blog. It's going to tell you who wrote it. Here it's going to show you how many comments you have. Here it's going to show you how many views you have. And here it's going to show you when it was posted. Pages, I'll get into that. Those are pages at the top of your blog that people are always able to click on. It's kind of like tabs where it gives them more information about your blog or who you are. Comments, this is where you can come just to see any comments on any post. So you can come here and kind of comment back or delete them if they're inappropriate or spam. Google Plus is going to take you, if you're a Google Plus user. I'm really not, so I really haven't gotten into that yet. Stats, once again, bring you to your stats page. Earnings, this is if you use Google AdSense, which I do not. Layout, I'll get into that when we talk about changing our design template. Again, here's our template page where we can edit the HTML to make your background something more unique, more your own. In settings, this is where we'll come to change basic things like how many posts are on a page, how comments are able to be added, what a mobile image of your blog is going to look like on somebody's cell phone, and so on and so forth. One last thing I would like to do before we end today's little mini blog helper is I want to show you how to create a new post. Once you've created your new blog, you're going to go up to that create page. You always want to add a title. So let me do this through the new blog that we started. If I want to go to my blogs, I'm going to click here, Teacher Blogging 101, new post, or I could have clicked that pencil that was up here. What we're going to do is I'm going to post a title, and I'm going to type in blogging basics. Oops. Blogger 101. Blogging basics. I'm going to put Teacher Blogger 101. Blogging basics. And then this is where I would post my entry. If I'm under compose, I can just write in plain fonts. If I'm in HTML, that's where I can start adding codes to add pictures and colors and change the fonts. But right now, let's just work under compose. If I want to add a picture, I'm going to come here, add a movie, come here. It's just, if you've worked in Word, it's just like Word to just use the justifications, adding numbers, adding bullets. We even have autocorrect or spell check. And then, as I said, if you've used Word before, you know your back button to change your fonts. You don't really have that many, but we'll talk about that later. To change the size, bold, italic, underline, strike through, text color, highlight. And then over on the side, when you're posting about something particular, you're going to give it a label so people are able to search it better. Maybe I would put blogging tips Maybe I would put getting started. Just so those are tabbed, just so people can actually come click those topics just to get a little narrowed view of things that they're looking for. You can schedule a post. If I didn't want this to post right now, I can set the time and date. Say I want this to post tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And then you can leave a permalink on somebody else's blog that will bring them straight to this post. Or maybe you want to use this for Pinterest, so that when somebody clicks on your pin, it doesn't directly just leave them at your blog. It brings them to the specific post that you were talking about. Location, you can say where you're at right now. I don't ever do that. I'm always on my couch or at home or at school, so that's not all that important for me as a teacher blogger. And then options, I want to allow my reader comments, I want to show HTML literally, and I want to be able to use breaks. So I'm going to leave those all the same. So there you are. This is my little crash course on how to get started. Stay tuned this week to kind of get a little more detailed view of what's going to go on. I hope that this post was helpful. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me at Jessica.Stanford@me.com. Thanks. Hope to see you around.